down to it, my wife, she comes up to me the other day and she says, hey! She talks to me like that, hey! What's the definition of indefinitely? And I'm like, I don't know, the amount of time you can play about things. She's like, no, when you feel his balls on your ass, he's in, definitely. Man, I'm wondering who he is. Anyway, later she comes up to me and she's like, hey! Women my age, we get something called menopause, okay? And that's when we put men on pause. You got it, buddy? I'm like, she talks to me like I'm a streaming service on TV. Old man on pause, And I'm like, babe, pass me that remote. You know what? I'm gonna put you on mute, right? And let's fast forward 7 years and get past this menopause shit, right? All right, Health Canada came out this week, and they announced the approval of laboratory chicken for sale in Canada for human consumption. I'm like, that's gross. I'm not gonna eat that shit, right? And then they go on to say, it's just as good as regular chicken. And I'm like, I'm still not gonna eat that shit, And they say, the technology used to produce the laboratory chicken has a lot of future potential. And I'm thinking, what could they use that for, right? And I'm thinking, I wonder if they could make, I don't know, like laboratory pussy. You know what I mean? Think about that one, Saturday morning at my house, babe, I'll get the groceries. You stay home. I'm gonna go straight to the grocery store, right into the pussy section. Look around and like, wow, look at all these pussies. There's like white meat over here and dark meat over here, and whoa, extra juicy over here. The well-trimmed section over here, and like, what's this? Natural section. Well, that looks pretty interesting to me. I haven't seen bush like that since the 1980s, man. Like, wow. I think I'll go for that natural stuff. Pick the package up, read it, it's like, produced in dark and free laboratories, Vancouver, BC. Best before 9 p.m. tonight. I'll take it! All right. All right, so I'm a 62-year-old man, and I'm married. I'm married to a beautiful black lady. She's 48 years old, and we've really noticed over the course of our relationship, how much more tolerant society has become of us as a mixed-race couple, and we really love it. We walk around downtown Vancouver these days. Nobody even bats an eyelid. In fact, people might come up and say, "Oh, hey, cool, mixed-race couple, right?" But it wasn't always that way. In fact, it was pretty bad in the beginning when we started out as a couple. I can remember, back when I was 24 and she was 10. People did not accept it. And her father, he had a gun, man, and he would chase me off the property, And I think to myself, really? Just because I'm white? That dude is such a racist. Anyway, last joke. So, anybody in the crowd have a friend or family member been touched by cancer? Yeah. My feelings go out to you. I know it's a tough thing, right? And I bring that up because I've been fighting cancer for a little while, and it's not fun. No, it's not fun at all. And three things I can tell you about cancer. Like, number one, you can't plan ahead. I can't say, hey, babe, let's go to Paris for a couple of weeks. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to feel like Colin, or if I'm going to feel like a fucking zombie, right? And then the next thing is the treatments are terrible. I've had my pelvis radiated like 5 days a week for 8 weeks, right? And man, I look at my cock and it looks like a piece of Kentucky Fried fucking chicken. I can't have sex anymore. Woman talking about calling in reinforcements. Anyway, the last thing about cancer is like, my mom always told me, like, Colin, no matter how bad things get, there's something good in there. You're gonna find something good. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna find something good about cancer. That's a tough job. I don't know if anybody had something good about cancer out there. I don't know. But then I thought about it, and I realized what it was. You know, as a cancer patient, I get free fucking parking downtown Vancouver, and I love that so much, you know. The parking rates the way they are in Vancouver, man, I went back to my doctor and I said, hey, doc, you know, can we leave one last tumor in there for a few more years so I can continue that parking stuff? Okay, good night, guys. Thank you very much.